Hello, 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 everybody. It is Moko here with a finally, a happy reading. I feel like I've been doing depressing readings so far this year. This one is going to be about, it's an update on BTS V and Jennie from Blackpink, and it's actually been a long time coming. So I'm finally getting to that. But before we jump into the reading, I also have an announcement to make. So I have a new offering. It's called Celebrity Crush Reading, and I'll have it like here or here, maybe somewhere in the middle, you know. It's called Celebrity Crush Reading. And basically, like, it's exactly what it sounds like. You get a reading on your celebrity crush. Now, you guys already know, if you've been here for a long time, that I don't really like when my clients purchase readings on celebrities, because I feel like when you get a reading from a tarot reader, it should help you personally. But so many of you have been asking me to release something like this over the years that I just caved. And to my surprise, thank you guys so much for purchasing the reading. To my surprise, a lot of you guys actually know these celebrities, so you know, I have egg on my face about it. So if you have a crush on a celebrity, if you're fantasizing, there's nothing wrong with it, and you are just curious, you want to know, or if you know some of these people and you're trying to see if you can get in where you can fit in, just go ahead and purchase that reading. Okay, with that out of the way, let's jump into the reading for V and Jennie. All right, guys, so I'm going to start with Jennie. And also, so I was a K-pop fan, but to be quite honest, ever since the death of Kim Jong-un, I haven't really been paying too close of attention to it. I feel like I'm too old for it now. So if I don't know all the ins and outs of these people's lives, like, forgive me, I just don't know. I just don't pay attention. Like, I don't even listen to the music that much anymore, except for my old faves. Second generation was the best. So if I get certain things wrong, just feel free to correct me in the comment section. I'm not sensitive about that. So let's get started with Jennie. Although I was still paying attention to K-pop when Blackpink debuted. So Jennie, I know she's a Capricorn. First, let's see what her general energy is like right now. Ooh, there she goes. Okay, I'm getting information already. Shoot, I should have looked this up before I started the reading. She's having an issue with a Scorpio woman. I wonder if there's a Scorpio in her group, Blackpink. Yeah, she's having an issue with a Scorpio woman. I've done a reading on Jennie. A lot of her fans did not like it, but you know, it is what it is. She comes across as a very competitive person, which is like what you have to be in order to be a star, basically. But sometimes in that reading, she did come across as somebody who has like a smart mouth, similar to Irene from Red Velvet. She's having an issue with a Scorpio woman, and I feel like whoever the Scorpio woman is, she's very popular as well. So if there's a Scorpio in her team, she may be having an issue with this person, but it could also just be another popular K-pop idol, you know, who knows? Or actually, it doesn't even have to be a K-pop idol, because in her last reading, I saw that she was trying to branch out into the Western market. So it could be somebody that she's dealing with in the Western market right now. But the more important thing that I see is that there is a earth sign male, and I do know that V is a Capricorn as well. There's an earth sign male that she's trying to get something started with this person, and this person is sort of feeling kind of like, not no, but more like this person's energy is sort of sulking right now. So they're sort of like, nah, not right now. So there's an initiative that she's trying to make that's being kind of either like denied or a little bit ignored for now. But there also is some issue that she's having with the Scorpio woman. I wonder if it's going to be some sort of controversy or some kind of gossip that comes out relatively soon about something that was said between the two. Okay, so let's get to her personality for now. Okay, So I think the last time I've done a reading on Jennie was maybe 2 years ago. So let's see, you know, her personality could have changed by now. Some of the answers could have changed, so. Interesting. Listen, guys, she's the queen bee. She is the MFN queen bee, guys. And her team. I specifically asked about her team, Blackpink. She's the queen bee, guys. She is the queen bee. Interesting. So in terms of what she wants the public to see about her, she wants the public to see her as cool, but also reliable, sort of like relatable. So she wants people to see her as cool, as popular, but I feel like she realizes that she can't be too high up there. So I don't know if she's had any attitude scandals since the last time I read her. I don't know. You guys can tell me if I'm wrong. I probably am. But it feels like she has learned over time that she can't be too high up. Like she can't buy into her own fame too much. So this is what she shows to the public. She wants the public to see her as someone who's popular but down to earth, someone who likes doing things around the home, but also she wants them to see that she's kind of spicy here. So this card shows up with her all the time. Like all the time. Every single time I've done a reading for her, whether it be here on Instagram, when I used to do small readings on Instagram, this guys, I'm sorry, this is just part of her personality. Like she's very competitive, and sometimes she can have a slick mouth with people. So I feel like in her public persona, she still shows this sort of spiciness, but she's learned to temper it, to be like a little bit nicer about how she speaks to people in public. I feel like, yeah, no, competition is fierce. As I remember with K-pop, there's another woman they're showing that she's competing with as well, which, you know, I mean, I guess that's just the case in general. In terms of how she acts with her team members, Queen Bee here. She's like, no, I'm the number one. I'm the HBIC. For any of you guys who are old enough to remember Flavor of Love in New York, HBIC. That's how she feels about herself, and that's how she carries herself in her team. How she relates with her friends. I mean, it's not bad, but it almost feels like, so it feels like she maybe have like a few very close-knit friends, like very few close-knit friends, but everyone else, it's like a rotation a little bit. And then when it comes to her family members, she's just always on the go. So I'm not really picking up too much energy on that. But let me ask another question. Oh guys, she's leaving Blackpink. Eventually she will leave Blackpink. Again, I don't know where they are right now, but eventually she's going to leave Blackpink. I also think that and I will continue to ask about V, but I also think that news about a new relationship is going to come out maybe by the end of the summertime, the beginning of fall. I think the news is going to come out that she's in another relationship. Okay. So you guys also wanted to know about her shadow side, so I'll do that next. Okay, about her shadow side. Ooh. Ooh. again, I mean, it's really nothing that's too serious. It's just showing that she's extremely competitive, guys. Like I feel like I have to. I mean, a lot of her fans in the last video I did not like that I said that she kind of gives bully vibes. Like she's someone who sees herself as like the queen bee, the one in charge. Like I run things, you know, and sometimes it feels like she can remind people that she runs things. So she does have that energy again. But here it kind of looks like she's struggling. So she is being overworked actually. It feels like she's being overworked and that it is messing up her mental health. Is she just overseas all the time? Because it feels like kind of being overseas all the time is a little bit of the issue, that her energy feels more grounded when she's in Korea or just East Asia. But no, her shadow side is that, you know, like again, she's very competitive, and I really have to stress this, that out of all the people that I've read for, I feel like no, she's probably the most competitive that I've read for. Maybe Rich Paul, Adele's boyfriend, whatever, husband, baby daddy that she wants to have a baby with, he's competitive as well. He can be kind of grimy. With her, she does feel like she can be a little bit underhanded, but she still has a sweet side to her personality, so she's not all bad. She's just extremely competitive, and it also feels like she has a tendency to be a little bit, from the outside looking in, it seems like she's being dramatic about the issues that she has, but no, she's actually undergoing some serious mental stress. She's under mental stress right now. And let me put this out here so you guys can see. So sometimes people with this energy can be seen as, you know, a drama queen, or somebody who always thinks that the world is ending, or like they seem like they always have an outsized negative reaction to things. But no, this looks like she's going through this because she's mentally stressed. Her body is stressed too. She's working too much. She's definitely working too much. She for sure wants to be popular, world famous. Again, another indication of how competitive she is, but I feel like she doesn't realize that she's overworking herself and that soon she's going to burn out. So she's definitely overworking herself. And it does, like, it does kind of feel like she may have gone through a breakup recently. So the person who requested me to do an updated video on these two, everyone is like, that person and other people, they're all asking, are they broken up? But it does feel like something negative did happen in the relationship. So, okay, so let's move on to V, and then I'll start talking about their relationship. Okay, now I'm looking at V. Is he still in the military? Ooh, you guys see this? Uh-oh. Because aren't there like 7 of them? And they all have to go to the military around the same time. Oh, that was a bad shuffle. V, let's see what's happening to your energy right now. He usually gives me the vibe of, like, you know, kind of mental instability. But let's see, let's check in on him now. I haven't done a video on him since, I feel like 2021. Let's see what's going on with V now. Is he the one who is a Capricorn sun but an Aquarius rising? Because I feel like in the last video I got this energy for him often, right? I feel like I got this energy for him often, and I thought that he was like an Aquarius or something, and someone said I think he's an Aquarius rising. You guys correct me if I'm wrong, okay? That was a long time ago I did that video. Interesting. Listen, so I am going to read on the relationship, but I feel like it's kind of a similar thing. Interesting. Where this kind of looks like Jennie, but this could be a Virgo woman. You know, I'm not gonna, kind of looks like Jennie. Looks like relationship, like asking questions about a relationship. And I feel like this is him. I feel like I've always gotten King of Swords for him, even though he's a Capricorn. Let's see. Let's ask more. Making a decision about a relationship. Do you have anything else other than that? Look, same thing. Same thing. I don't know if he's still in the military or if he's out now. But it feels like whenever he's ready to return to public life and to being a celebrity, he is going to hit the ground running, and he's going to have like immediate, well, he already has success as part of BTS, but I mean in terms of his solo activity, he's going to have immediate success. And it's going to be because he's finally doing things that he feels passionate about, and that's what's going to bring him success. So let me get into his shadows or his personality, then his shadow side, then I'll get into the relationship. So V's personality, and again, this is an update reading, guys. So I'll regularly put links to old videos that I've done on them, separately and together. Lord Jesus. Lord Jesus. Lord. Oh, here she goes. Here's Jennie. Here's Jennie. He's having a tough time. He's having a tough time. I don't, ooh. Damn. Okay, so I think he's still in the military. I'm not entirely sure. He's going through it, guys. Oof. Wow. He's going through it. I low-key feel like, so if he's still in the military, so I think he's being bullied, guys. Wow. So if he's still in his group, this could be that he's fighting with members, but for some reason I feel like he may still be in the military. Because I feel like someone this year asked me a question about how the guys are doing in the military, and he was in it. This is not good. This feels like I think he's still in the military. This feels like he's being bullied. He's being bullied, and this is him trying to get away. This is also like a military thing. I feel like he may be in the military longer than he's supposed to be for some reason. But this is him trying to get away from people for some reason. Well, not for some reason, but trying to escape from the guys. Like this feels like he's being bullied, people. And that he's trying to find a way to get out of his service or to do something else. And I don't think it's not because he can't do the work. It's because he's being bullied. Like he's being harassed. He's being harassed. Look at this. Look at this. And then this, he's the loser here in this. Oh, let me put it up here. He's the loser in this card. He's being bullied. And even here, look at this stress. He doesn't know what to do. I think is he confined somehow? Did he get wonder if he got in trouble or if he's injured or something to that effect. But this is not good. This is not good. Okay, so I feel like he's still in the military. These are guys, these are like groups of men. And this is him, this is his energy being like, how can I get out of this? So I don't think that this is how he feels about his group. So I'm just assuming that this is what's happening with his enlistment right now. So now that we have this, do we still want to tell me about your personality? Okay, well, that makes sense. Okay, yeah, yeah, okay. Okay. He loves his friends, first of all. I know this is kind of messy, but let me show this to you. So this makes sense. He absolutely adores his friends. Whatever friends he does have, he adores them. He adores them. When he's with the other members, there's like a feeling of being a little bit left out. I'm not sure how much of this is real versus how much of this is perceived on his end, because he does give me this sort of pouty, sort of sulking energy a bit. And when he's with his family, it feels like he's closer to his family so far compared to Jennie. And this could be proximity in that like he's in South Korea more often than she is, but it's kind of given me the impression that like he mostly communicates with them online, so probably through his phone or something like that. And in terms of his public persona, it feels like he really wanted to impress people with his military service, and he wanted to show people how hard he's working in the army. Like this is usually military service, well, military period for me, but he wants to show people how hardworking he is. He's a star. I don't think he wants to be a star, but he is, like, naturally, he just is. Same with Jennie. I think I saw that in her first reading, that they would have been stars no matter what they were doing in life. Very famous and popular. He wants to show people that he's hardworking, that he's creative. He also still has this sort of youthful energy. And, you know, I'm not saying that however old he is old, but he has this sort of boyish quality to himself. That's really, really sweet. But underneath the surface, he just has so many worries. Like, again, before I started drawing for him, I said, this guy, he always gives me like some severe mental health problems. He's just under stress all the time. But he feels like a genuine person. I think there's an issue with his military service that, I don't know, hopefully he fixes it. All right, let's get to his shadow side. Okay, his shadow side. I feel like, guys, his shadow side always comes out. Like it's very easy to track, but let's ask, since I did ask about Jennie. Yeah, that makes sense. There we go. That ooh, buddy. Buddy, whoa. He suffers from severe depression. And guys, I know you guys probably didn't want to hear all this about him, but he suffers from severe depression, anxiety. He has like a similar energy to Jennie, where it's like, I don't know if you guys are old enough to remember Chicken Little. That story, it was about like literally a little chicken that always thought that the sky was falling down, and it was kind of like the Boy Who Cried Wolf story, where they were like, oh, the sky is falling, the sky is falling. He gives me that energy. He gives me this energy more than Jennie does, of someone who feels like there's an impending doom coming all the time. It's almost like there's like a dog chasing his heel or something, like he's always running away from something emotionally. I always get this feeling anytime I see him, that he suffers mentally greatly. But they're showing depression. They're showing depression here. Depression. He has, I don't know now, but he also has the potential to develop a drinking issue if he doesn't find some help for all this that's happening here. He has the potential for a drink, like a real drinking problem. But it feels like this depression has actually been with him for a very long time. I don't know how old he is. And when he joined, what is it, Big Hit? Well, I think they changed the name. I don't know when he started training, but it feels like this depression has been around him since he was a child. Of course, and look at this at the bottom of the deck. Moon. Of course, being super famous, having all those eyes and all that energy on him, it doesn't help. It makes things much worse, but it feels like he's been depressed since he was a kid. Like it's just like an energy that's on him. He also comes across as being socially anxious. He's afraid of being himself. He's actually incredibly creative, but he's afraid that he won't be accepted somehow. But I think once he leaves the military, if things get better, once he leaves, he will have more strength or more confidence to be himself and to release the types of projects he wants to release. But it also has to do with his personality, because it feels like, oh Jesus, whoa, one of the worst cards to get in this deck. Oh gosh, yeah, okay, yeah, no, there's something else is happening with him in the military that's not being talked about. Again, I look at my old video of him. I've seen this type of energy on him before, that this is something that he suffered with since he was a child. It's not something that was created by the K-pop industry, but the K-pop industry probably made it worse. But he suffers a lot. He does. Mentally he suffers a lot. Whoa. Wow. Okay, let's put these away and get to the relationship, because I don't want to dig any more deeper into that. Okay, so first, fans want to know if they ever really dated, and I remember I said that they were, and a lot of y'all did not believe me until some photos came out. Okay, but you guys still don't believe it, so you guys want to ask again, so I will ask again. So first, did they ever date? 2, are they still dating? And 3, if they broke up, why did they break up? So let's shuffle this. Funny. Yes, they did. They dated. They dated. Did a woman out them? They dated, and it actually feels like they were dating longer than publicly known. They had to keep it a secret, but it feels like a woman outed them. If I remember correctly, I thought I saw on the last video some fans were saying that some lady was releasing a bunch of pictures or something. That could be her, I'm not sure. No, they're not still together. Interesting. It doesn't feel like they're still together, but it feels like later on there's going to be actually, can you I don't know if you guys can see this. It feels, you know, let me just pick it up. It feels like later on someone is going to make the effort to try to renew things or to try to work on things from the past so that they can be stronger now. So no, it does not feel like they're together. It doesn't. And if they are together, then it's very casual, because someone is sulking. I feel like V is the one who's sulking, because I regularly get this card for him. He feels like he's sulking, like he's not really in a good place emotionally. So if they're broken up, then it feels like, or if they're still together, it feels like they're sort of like in this sort of weird, I don't know, maybe you should see people. If you meet someone new, then just get together with them. Like that's kind of what it feels like. I feel like that would be something he would say actually. That no, yeah, we're still together, but you know, let's be open. I'm in the military, and if you meet somebody, then that's fine. Like that's kind of the feeling that I get from him. But it does feel like in the future, someone is going to make an offer to work on things, to patch things up. Someone will. Feels like Jennie. Feels like Jennie. So let me ask questions about their relationship in the past. Like, you know, how did they feel about each other when they were together? Let's see. I'm going to shuffle this really quickly. They make a very beautiful couple. They're both very pretty people. Wow. Wow. Let's see if you guys can see this. No, it feels like they're on a break, guys. Like it's definitely in this weird space of together, not together. You see other people, see what happens. Like that's kind of what it feels like. But when they were together, I think that they were in a committed relationship long before it was released by the public. Whatever their agencies are saying, oh, they've been together for 6 months. No, they were together for much longer than that. They were a steady couple. They were a steady couple. And if I remember correctly, that last reading, I said something like they were like a power couple, or they could have been a power couple. I don't remember exactly what I said. But this is like I mean, it would have been, it's so funny. Okay, so I'm getting a lot of information. Maybe I'm getting some of this from their agency or managers or something, but it feels like they're saying that, oh, this would have helped the industry. This would have revived the industry so well. But it feels like they were together much longer than people know. Okay, they were not a PR couple. It kind of feels like they could have been shopped as a PR couple, but no, they actually liked each other. They cared about each other, and I feel like no, they were not a PR couple. But so I did ask, so that's when they were together, and I did ask how did they feel about each other when they were together, versus what were their intentions. Jennie is very strategic. I will say that. she's very strategic. She's super strategic, actually. Like she's not a dummy, okay? She's not a dummy. She knows that them being together would have been really great for her career. She did care about him. I'm not saying that she didn't, but she knows that it would have been great for her career. Whereas with V, it almost feels like the way he kind of treated her was sort of like he wanted someone who was sort of like an oasis for him, because I do feel like he suffers mentally, and he felt like with her he could talk about what he's going through. It was really peaceful being with her. So that's kind of what it felt like for him. But he, like, his intentions for a relationship were there. It was for a relationship. Jennie, it feels like she's looking for something stable. She's funny. She's funny. Listen, you know who she reminds me of, guys? And please do not come crying in my comments about this. If any of you guys have seen Game of Thrones, she reminds me of Marjorie Tyrell from Game of Thrones, of somebody who wants to be on top, who, you know, will do whatever to get there and stay there, who enjoys the finer things in life. Like, again, she's not a bad person, but that's just how she's coming across in my cards. That's how she always comes across in my cards, is somebody who wants to be on top, and who will do almost anything to get there and stay there. But in terms of the relationship with V, there was a lot of care for him. You know, there was a lot of care for him. She felt happy with him as well. He felt like she was his oasis, his safe space. And they had a nice relationship together. Their relationship was pretty long. It's much longer than the public knows. They were together for a while. Okay, so then I asked, in the future, like, what's the energy in the future? It feels like someone is going to ask, should we start again? Should we rekindle this? I feel like Jennie is the one who's going to ask, because she does care about him, even though I said all this stuff about her doing anything to be on top. Like, I think that's true, but she does care about him. Like, someone is going to ask, so do you want to try? Like, do you want to see each other? Do you want to hang out? There's going to be renewed energy. Whether or not they end up in a relationship, like a committed relationship again, I'm not sure. But yeah, the answer is, are they broken up? Sort of. She's free to do whatever, and it feels like he's saying, if you find somebody else, it is what it is. But it also feels like he's in a very low place, and I don't think that he's, you know, in the right space to date anyway. And it feels like Jennie is going through some things as well. Okay, so let me get these. So I love this deck so much. It really spills the tea on relationships, especially if I have this one reading called Why Haven't I Found Love? Something like that, where people are wondering, you know, is it the other person? Is it me? And whenever I draw these cards, it's very brutally honest. So let's see. Wow, that's beautiful, actually. Wow. Wow. Let me clean this up really quick. All right, so I asked about their energy as a couple. And it's beautiful, guys. I think that's what I saw the last time, that they are a really, really, really good match together. What's interesting about V is that he has the divine feminine energy. Let me cover this up before YouTube starts screaming about nudity on my channel. He has divine feminine energy, which, you know, whether you're a male or female, one of you could be the divine feminine or the masculine. It honestly doesn't really matter. But he has beautiful energy. Usually men don't, but he has gorgeous energy, guys. And when I ask about, so that's his energy as a lover. When I asked about Jennie, she's someone who compromises. Like, even though she's very cutthroat in her career, when it comes to love, no, she's someone who compromises. I mean, at times her heart can be a little bit too big, because it feels like she's the one who's always making the overtures. Like, that's kind of what it feels like in this relationship. Like, I honestly feel like if they do get back together, she's going to be the one to initiate it. So it feels like she always wants to help heal the men that she's with. And that's probably why she's attracted to guys who are struggling a bit. But that's just her thing. Like, she loves love. She loves being compassionate. She loves helping out the men in her relationships. That's her thing. But when it comes to women, she's very competitive. You know, there are a lot of women like that, but you know, whatever. But if they were to reconcile and get into a relationship again, I asked for their energy, and look at this. Commitment. It's my favorite card in this deck. Commitment, guys. And this is like potentially the long haul. But again, oh, and also, you know, someone is, I feel like she's the one who's trying to manifest this, because she really does care about him. Yeah, this is commitment. Now again, this is all potential. There are a lot of ifs. He still has to finish his military service. She may meet somebody new, like that's also possible, because it feels like they're in this sort of weird, like we're on a break phase. But if they do decide to reconcile, they could make a serious commitment to each other. Now, very quickly, this is the last question. I almost forgot. Someone else wanted to know, how does Jennie feel about her relationships always being outed? She's fine with it, actually. Listen, this lady, she's a businesswoman. She's a businesswoman. She's an absolute businesswoman, because she's just like, oh, I'll find a way to make money off it. It's fine. All right, that is it for the lovebirds. I really did enjoy this reading. I'm always so happy to do positive readings every once in a while. Like lately, it's just been Diddy this, Diddy that, and next I'm gonna do Trump. Oh my god. So it's really nice to read on people who are in love. So please, guys, request more happy people. I will be, oh, also like, share, and subscribe. I always need to make sure that I do that. Also, I will be posting on the community tab more often, so that people who are subscribed to me on YouTube, you guys will be able to ask your own questions and make your own requests. So make sure you check out the community tab as well. Like I said, the next person I'm going to read for will be Trump. That one is going to be live. Join me on Instagram whenever I do it, blah, 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 yada, yada. Find me on www.tarotbymocha.com. Also, I'm on Etsy. Most of my love readings are on Etsy. So if you are mostly interested in love, go to Etsy. But if you're mostly interested in personal development, your career, things like that, go to my website. All right, guys, I will see you later. I'll see you next time. All right, bye, guys. If you would like a personal reading from me, then please go to my website at www.tarotbymocha.com and click on the book a reading button from the homepage. From there, you will be redirected to my shop, which includes categories for career, future forecasts, general inquiries, love and relationships, personal growth, as well as options for expedited delivery. I have a spread for almost every occasion, but of course, love and relationships is the most popular, with readings for your future partner, no contact, will you ever find love, how does your crush feel, as well as sugar daddies. And if you do not feel comfortable purchasing from my website, then you can find me on Etsy under the same name, Tarot by Mocha, where I have the same exact readings that I have on my website. And for those of you who would like to learn how to read the tarot, then just visit my blog, and there you will find a series called Learn Tarot with Me. There, I will provide definitions for the cards, as well as tips and tricks to help you become more intuitive with your tarot reading. All right, thank you guys so much for checking out my YouTube channel. I hope to see you next week. Bye-bye.